Hi there everybody and welcome to the Rectory Ground here in grand old Gisborne City. Tremendous to have your company on for Kata Māori for this Super 8 match today. Ben O'Brien Leaf with Tobias Horsfield. Tobias, most important with our broadcasts, the cultural component. Take it away.
Definitely, but e te ui nei mai haere mai ka tēnei papahautanga whakaata Māori. Ka mihi ki ngā maunga ngā wā me ngā ahika o tēnei rohi. Tēnā koutou katoa. Ki ngā kai whakahaere, ngā kai whakataitai. He mihi mahana hoki ki a koutou.
Tauranga Boys College have won these fixtures for the last 5 years. Gisborne Boys last win 28-5 here in 2018. Last year it was 48-10 at Nicholson Field. 10 all at half time. Gisborne's two try scorers that day, Noah Torrance-Cribb, the hooker, and Bidouar. Luke Bidouar has been outstanding again in 2024. Your match officials today are amongst our very best. Matt Smith, who controlled the Poverty Bay Club Grand Final, his first Club Grand Final. Royce Maynard, who had a great game for Gisborne Boys High and Rotorua in the pre-season. A.R. Toole is an interesting young man. Second-year referee Joel Pearce, a Gisborne Boys High School student who controlled Mount Maunganui and Gisborne Boys here. So, they have the best of the best, the creme de la creme, in charge of this fixture, and it is a wonderful one. Gisborne Boys and Tauranga Boys College. Crowd building up here. We've had 3 wonderful games. Gisborne Boys High School, the starting 15. Tomasi Mataele, who started tight head prop against Palmerston North. Tyrone Mohini, Franco Ludwig, who's come in for Fetu McGee. Tana Bristow, Storm Deter, Becco Page, scorer of their try against Hamilton, James Mackay. Mano Tavaki, Liam Beattie, Quaden Chaffee Cora, Timuaki Stewart, Captain Punahihi, played his 50th game against Rotorua Boys. Impala Waipara, Isimeli Vono, Kaurangi Leach Waihi. The reserves, we will give those to you as time goes on. They come onto the field. Tobias, if you'd like to have a crack for us with our visitors here, Tauranga Boys College.
Definitely, bro. Nikolai Tahuia, Tui Sinkinson, Eapo Kupitai, Leo Keeney, Tom Dyer, Luke Mitchell, Jay McQuad, Charlie Sinton, captain, Mason Verster, Judah Dravai, Zeke Jackson, Dylan Henderson, Aaron Riley.
Tauranga Boys College, unbeaten in the Super 8, have won some big games this season, possibly the biggest, overcoming Hamilton in Hamilton. A couple of weeks ago now, that was a 20-18, a close one, but some of the games they've played have not been close. Beat Rotorua 57-14, 48-17 over New Plymouth, 52-12 over Napier, 42-24, old Western Sheriff shootout against Palmerston North, and coming off a 41-30 win against Hastings. On behalf of the local people, Tobias, can you give us a few words about Gisborne, Poverty Bay Rugby, Gisborne Boys High School Rugby, and how great it is to have the visitors here?
Oh, definitely, Ben. It's awesome to have such a good atmosphere here at the Rectory this morning. It's always good to see our boys playing at home. It's always good to see them playing at home, and with our visitors coming in as well, it's awesome to see Gisborne now. They're showing them, they're offering them around if there's any problems. They're showing them around, and that's what Gisborne's about. That's what our boys and Poverty Bay Rugby is about.
They were a little delayed getting in last night, Tauranga. There was a slip in the Waiaka Gorge which held them up at Apotiki, but you could call that extra team bonding time, whatever you want to call it. These teams, you know, there's no doubt there are quality players in both teams. Quaden Shafikora, the first five for Gisborne, scored a great try against St Patrick's Silverstream. They've had to pull Sinkinson, the hooker forward for Tauranga Boys College, has had to pop out. He has been replaced by Greg Canterbury. Now, Sinkinson rolled an ankle in training, which is very unfortunate for him, but they are led by halfback Charlie Sinton, who was a New Zealand secondary schools representative last year as a year 12. Scored 3 tries at Super 8 level this season. So halfback Charlie Sinton, last year in New Zealand secondary schools rep, so we can expect big things from him. Tobias, the Rectory, paint a scene for us. What do you think of it?
Ooh, if I want to paint a scene, all I can see is this whole field. Whole field, it's going to be sold up in. It's going to be packed today. I can already tell. It's already starting to fill up now. We've got the seconds playing on right behind us, and most likely everyone's going to come onto this field. So we're in for a good day of rugby, Ben.
Well, they had 4,000 people in attendance for this game last year. It does draw big crowds. As to the rivalry since 2000, Gisborne Boys 13 wins, Tauranga Boys College 11. 1993, Gisborne Boys won the Moeska Cup 22-9 against Tauranga. In 1983, they won the Moeska Cup against Tauranga 22-10. So, for the same trophy, 10 years apart, virtually the same score. That was at Nicholson Field, named for their foundation headmaster Arthur Nicholson. Incredible story too with that 93 Moeska Cup game. Graham Barber had 30 stitches in his right ear. Mark Fletcher cracked ribs. Ben McLeod broken hand, but they soldiered on. And of course, Tauranga Boys College claiming their first Super 8 crown by virtue of their win against Gisborne, 23-7 in 1999. Pouring rain, they came up with a big win and won the Super 8 that year. So they're an extremely proud school. They're a crowd with an outstanding history. Dylan Henderson, you'll see him on the right wing today. He scored 3 tries in the Super 8. Lasanga over there on the left wing. He's been magnificent. 2 tries. Mason Verster, their first 5, 90 points this season. So he's a top performer. Tobias, in terms of the reo, if you could give that to us, the significance of rugby to this community, reaching to the people out there, our audience on Whakata Māori, what would you tell them about the state of rugby in the mother tongue?
Ko raupika mai, e te matataki nā Kimi Whatapauro, nei te tanga o te Rectory. E tākaro ana tūrangatāne ki a Tauranga, e runga te whiri nei, basically giving thanks to Tauranga and Boys High. It's going to be, like you've been saying, all build up in. It's going to be an awesome game. And just looking at those scores you got all the way from 2000 all the way to last year's game, and you can just tell that it's close. They've been close scores. So I haven't seen Tauranga play all year, but I can tell from last year's experience, they're big boys, and they will not let any tries in if they don't want to get there.
They've put big scores on just about everybody. Only one loss, that was in an inter-school fixture against Auckland Grammar. Grammar running out winners then 12-7, although I think from memory the first 15 proper hadn't been named yet at that stage. So they played against Grammar, and 12-7 against Grammar is a good score no matter what. Under 14s earlier on, Tauranga Boys winning the under-14s engagement 59 points to 12. Tauranga led 14-12 at half-time. The under-15s was 43-12 to Tauranga. Half-time 17 points to 5. Tauranga led second 15 match happening behind us on Rectory number 2 at half-time. Tauranga led by 12 points to 10. They had to have a change of referee. One of the great servants of our game locally, Les Thomas, I think pulled up lame at some stage, and so Joel Pearce, young referee that I'd spoken about earlier, had to step into the breach, and he did. And I can hear the crowd applauding not just the outstanding refereeing display, but also, obviously, for the two teams. These guys reinforces the fact, don't you think, Tobias? The referees we've got, they're a venerable crew, but they're still out there doing it.
Definitely been, and it's awesome seeing the likes of Liz and Joel. Joel, man, got to give your props to him. I see him every single Saturday, whether it's a Super 8 game or whether it's a Poverty Bay game. He's always on that field. So you got to give our props to Joel and the other referees as well.
Well, he's such a good young referee that people don't mind telling him, you know, of course around here they don't mind, telling him the little things that he needs to do to improve. Well, you weren't too bad, but you should have been here in terms of position. And I think you missed a knock on, but generally they're happy with his standard. And today, of course, Matt Smith is in the middle, did the grand final, and historic grand final at Lambton Square in Wairoa, win that day to Tapawai, their first ever club grand final win. Tauranga Boys College, the best team in the Super 8, arguably the best team in the country, maybe the best Tauranga team ever, the best ever from Tauranga Boys, and they have, you know, they want a home final next weekend. They want it. And what's standing between them and not having it is Gisborne Boys here at the Rectory. Tobias, how would you feel right now? You're getting ready to go out there and play in black and red. Would you feel like a prey animal, or would you be the tiger? Are you the lion?
Well, one thing I would say, Ben, is the boys, they shouldn't be feeling nervous. They've played, this is their fourth game at home now, so they should be getting used to the fact that, yeah, their nerves should be going out. But if there's a little bit of nerves, then that's all right, because it's a big day for them. They want to win this game. I've been talking to a couple of them this week. There's been couple of rituals going on, a couple of pre-game rituals going on, heaps of training, but I know the boys are ready.
I have been sitting in the same place since I was 12 years old in 1988, and it's still as exciting now as it was back then, the year that Graham Torrey's first 15 won the top 4 final against Napier at McLean Park 24-15. I was only 12 years of age. Man, how the years have flown, and they haven't been particularly kind to some of us. Tobias, you've seen Gisborne play at home. Now, they've been in every game to half-time. What do they need to do in the second half? Because obviously it's the second half that's been problematic.
For me, Ben, for the boys, I would say not be so bunched up at the start of the game. Be spread all the way out. It's the second half that gets them. It's when they need to kick the ball more. They need to get their ball down the field, and they need to get it out to their wings, and they need to make some meters early if they want to get into this game, because like how you just said, first 15 and the first half, they're awesome. They're great.
I'm a little bit gutted no Sinkinson. Sinkinson scored 2 tries against Napier, scored 2 tries against Hastings, 5 Super 8 tries. He's out of it. In comes Greg Canterbury. But it's still a very good front row. Kapita on the tight end side, Tahuya, the loose head prop. And I'll tell you something, this forward pack from top to bottom, a well-performed one. The third try scorer against Napier, Jay McCoy, he's a talent on that day. Had Mitch at blind side and Spratt on the there at number 8. So they're a good team. Ketai Zinawera is the starting number 8 today. 3 tries, 2 against Hastings. So Tauranga Boys College have some big guns. They're ready to fire here at the Rectory.
Just before they come out, we've got the score for the second 15 game. Full time, 34-19, the Tauranga Boys second 15. Congratulations. I can just tell that was an awesome game when I walked in. Oh, the chills, eh?
Well, I've got to commend both teams, and also Joel Pearce on stepping up in place of Les Thomas in that game to allow it to finish. Otherwise, they'd have had to call it off early. Now Charlie Sinton, Mr. New Zealand, a national representative last year. Look at these guys. Gisborne Boys High School, they know they're in a fight. They know they're in a fight. Punahihi, second 5. Putting his stake in the ground. Gisborne Boys High School. It's a magnificent strip these days, Tobias. They've got the red tassel, and they mean business.
They're locked in, Ben. That's all I can say. They look locked in. And if it's anything, Boys High. Just Boys High.
Sinton. One of the finest halfbacks ever to come here, Sinton. I can remember in years past, they wouldn't pick you as a national representative in year 12, no matter how good you were. But this guy is something else. And Mason Verster, as we said, the first 5, 90 points at Super 8 level this season. 3 tries, 15 points against Hamilton. The hammer of Hamilton, Mason Verster. There's a certain solemnity to this, placing caps on the ground. Mount Maunganui, that was almost eerie at the start of the season. From them to now. And to follow in just a moment, the haka, Punahihi, has led this team, this Gisborne team, the hard way.
Paul ties up to the Wanganui Poo.
You still get nervous, Tobias? You
Definitely,
nervous?
Ben. It's getting cold as well. Either it's me with goosebumps or it's me shaking. Tēnā tātou, ko raupika mai ki ngā mātakitaki i ngā kumu whatapaoro. Nei te taonga o te rectory. E tākaro ana a tūranga tāne ki a tauranga e runga e te whiri nei.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're here at the rectory. Ben O'Brien left Tobias Horsfield for Kata Māori to Super 8. The second to last home game for the Gisborne team in black and red, who will play from left to right of your screen. Tauranga called, Gisborne won the toss. Gisborne will kick off towards the old rectory, the former rectory. 13 degrees here, southeasterly breeze. And Tauranga Boys College, leaders of the Super 8, unbeaten. Some say invincible. Beat Rotorua 57-14. Beat New Plymouth 48-17. Beat Napier 52-12. Beat Palmerston 42-24. Beat Hamilton 20-18. and beat Hastings 41-30. Big score lines, all of them. And there at the halfway mark, young man that's really impressed me, Samele Vono, one of 14 debutants against Mount Maunganui here in game 1 of the season. Not a Super 8 game, that one. So Gisborne Boys from left to right. Tauranga from right to left.
Gisborne Boys have recovered it.
Gisborne Boys have the ball. They're under pressure here. Expect the whistle from referee Matt Smith. Gisborne probe down the blind side. Untidy, and on the far side, of course, Royce Maynard, one of our finest ever referees. Did an outstanding job for Gisborne Boys and Rotorua here in the pre-season.
Wasn't the last time we were here, Royce was in his his work gears? It's a referee in his work gears.
Yes, he did. Suit and tie, reminded me a little bit of IRS, the old World Wrestling Federation. So Tauranga, chance to see what they can do with the ball in hand. Good defence. Nice tackle, that one by hooker Mohini. Mohini's been strong in the season for Gisborne Boys. Good defence here from Gisborne Boys. Got a whistle, though, from referee Smith.
First penalty, Tauranga Boys.
There's Sinton. That's the man. Number 9, the halfback. That's the man, the champion. One of Bay of Plenty's powerhouses of rugby, Tauranga Boys College. They and Rotorua, 2 titans. Joel Pearce, Gisborne Boys High School, AR, down there on the sideline. Throw to come, another one from Canterbury. Come in for Sinkinson. Canterbury, a fine player, deserving of his opportunity. When you get a chance, you've got to take it.
Definitely. And then when you take it, you deliver.
Well, you honour the man whose place you're taking. So Tauranga with a good line-out ball right at the start of this game. Nice win by Dyer. Gisborne Boys losing the ball forward. The first knock-on might be going here against Tauranga, yes. Matt Smith, if there's something, an area in which I've seen him really grow as a referee, he seems much more calm these days. He's much more relaxed. There's a halfback and a half, Liam Beattie. He was a reserve here against Tauranga 2 years ago and means business. Sinton.
You know, I look at this team then, and I see them when I was at school. They were all still little juniors. Now I look at them now, and they're big boys.
Well, they're wearing the shirt. Okay, at the back there, Mano Tavaki put under a little bit of pressure. Excellent scrum pressure there from Tauranga. They get the short arm, though. Goes against them from referee Smith. Franco Ludwig. Franco, tight head prop, and for Fedu McGee, and scored the first try against the Hutt International Boys School. Hard-working player, Ludwig. They opt for another scrum. Straight up go Canterbury. And Tahuya leading a magnificent haka for Tauranga Boys College. They're very proud of their cultural element, and rightly so. Gisborne Boys with a great history. Since 2000, it's been Gisborne 13 wins, Tauranga 11. Some history. Push. Some would say it's worth doing that just to let the opposition know you're around. Give them that big push there, Tobias. Open side flank, having a word there, McCoy. Dynamic player. And Dyer with a good win at the line out first up. Dyer a fine forward. Liam Beattie. Try and bring this under control. Big scrum here from Tauranga. Tavaki got bumped there. Good tackle there by McCoy. Oh, muscular. Oh, strong tackle by McCoy. Beattie. Made good yards. That's a lovely tackle too. Good tackle there by Lasanga. Kelly Lasanga. Gisborne Boys from depth, and that's how they scored the try that they scored against Hamilton.
Oh, they're on the run now.
To Moaki Stewart. Ball back into Becco Page, who scored the try against Hamilton for Gisborne last weekend. They were gutsy, 64-5, I think, from memory. Beatty again. Nice length of pass there. They're going to send it through the hands. Now Punahihi. Here with a cutout pass. Good stuff. Was that Mohini, the hooker?
Oh, the tackle.
So Gisborne trying hard. Ludwig gets it behind the advantage line.
Being Beatty out.
Yep, they're looking left.
That's what they need to keep doing, man. They need to keep getting it out. Keep spreading it out to the wing and just keep running forward.
Quick ball. They need the quick one. Okay, Beatty there. Another good pass.
Molossi.
I tell you what, that's what they've got to do. They've got to move the ball and quickly. No good it'd be static. Gisborne boys lose the ball forward. Tauranga looks strong at the scrum. That's the first thing you see. They're strong at the scrum. It's going to be a good battle.
Definitely, Ben. It's going to be interesting to see how Boys High put up against it.
Nikolai Tahuya, proud, confident, an incredible privilege to represent either of these two teams. Two teams, historic teams, and Kitai Zinawera. Well, Zinawera, you wait till you see him come off the back.
It's a good scrum from Tauranga.
Zinawera, now Sinton, there with a good pass to a driver. Scored the opening try in both halves against Rotorua. First try of the first half, first try of the second half. Now Aaron Riley. Riley doing well here. Tauranga with continuity.
Oh!
It's a good step.
What a step!
It was a good step, the hyper step. That was Lasanga. Sinton, nice pass. Found Luke Mitchell. Mitchell rolled his sleeves up there. Over to Verster. Oh, beautiful pass! Beautiful pass by Verster. Hasn't been called forward, however. No penalty there, Tauranga. Well, I thought Verster there was length of pass.
I thought that was on as well.
Verster dangerous at all times. Do not approach. So, Tauranga here with a scrum. This is an informed team. This team, they're playing the best rugby of their schoolboy lives. Sinton's chest heaving. He knows how important it is for them to put Gisborne away, and Gisborne have been spirited in every game they've played here at home. Given many teams a run for their money. Sinton runs. It's a nice pass from Sinton. And Lasanga.
First try.
Okay, Lasanga over in the corner. Simple rugby, beautifully executed. Great passing. Lovely finish. So Lasanga there benefiting from some unselfish play, the inside backs.
What to talk about him, Ben? Well, he's got some steps on him, man. He's quick on his feet. But no, that awesome first try for Tauranga. You saw when they hit them on the back foot when they were coming forward. Once they got that scrum, unfortunately for Gisborne boys, Tauranga were just unfortunately there at the time.
Well, Lasanga can step off both feet. Here now is Verster, 90 points for the season. And the guy that really, individually, you'd have to say, put Hamilton away with 15 points. Beat Hamilton 20-18 at Hamilton. Not an easy thing to do. Now Verster. 5 off the left touch. On the 22. Verster. Height on the kick. The kick looks pretty good. Well, no, it hits the post. Okay, so it hit the left post and bounced away. But Verster looking like he judged the breeze pretty well. Just hitting the left post.
That kick looked like it was going over, eh? It looked like it was going over, just unfortunately.
Well, he had the ball in the upright position. Matt Smith taking a moment there to write the score down. 5-0. First try, Lasanga. Semele Vono. This guy has impressed me. He scored a wonderful try against Hastings. Playing for Dwayne Hihi, Anaru Poepi, his team, his family, his school.
Good kick. It's been picked up on Molossi.
Well, I'll tell you something. They've gotten a good pound's worth out of their forwards. That's Punahihi, who was held there for a moment. He's carrying some injury to Puna. He's been very brave last few months with hip and ankle.
He's a fighter there, Ben, and that's something that says something about Puna.
Well, the try that he scored against Palmerston North in the first half, that was something you're not going to forget in a hurry. And this guy, Charlie Sinton, who scored 3 tries in 2024, he could easily have had a crack himself earlier on, but he didn't. Gave the great pass. Okay. Oh, tight head! That's a tight head to Gisborne! Gisborne a tight head here. Well, I don't know how that happened. Gisborne there with a big push. Tobias only here at the rectory, can I be surprised? A tight head of all things
Manu.
against Tauranga, like pennies from heaven.
Manu, you magic man.
Oh, man. Wonder who pushed the hardest. Was it your push or my push? My push. You didn't push. Okay, Sinton again. Sinton, a lot of movement in this scrum. The big guy's explaining it all. That's Luke Mitchell telling referee Smith, this is what you need to be aware of. I'm just saying, keep an eye out for that. 5-0 Tauranga. From Nicholson Field to Rectory number 1. It's a long, arduous journey. Take a lot out of you. Sun's come out, thank God. Okay, Sinton there.
What a pass from Sinton.
Changing the focus. They've got wheels, Tauranga, and they know how to use them.
Good hands.
Tackle there on Driver. He's another one that can step off both feet. Sinton. Good service, good length of pass. Picked up the big guy. That's Dyer. He's in great form at the line out. Here's try scorer Lasanga. Lasanga there, caught by Quaden Chaffee.
What a tackle.
Quaden Chaffee-Cora made some memories here in the 2000. Oh, Dyer there, was it he who saved the day? Lumbering after it, popping it up. Good work by Dyer.
Good hands.
Enjoyable.
Sinton.
Chases on. This is our other big fella, Leo Kearney. I'm not going to say he got there first, but he was nearby. 5-0. Gisborne boys putting a hee-hee with a tortured facial expression. Gisborne looking for touch, gunning for touch, but not finding it. You got to find touch, to be frank. Dylan Henderson over there on the far side. There's Riley.
Oh, he's still on his feet.
Aaron Riley, a step along legs, big step. Nice pass there to Sinton.
Sinton.
Good pass by Sinton. Okay, that was the big fella. That was a Zenowera. There in good support. Another long pass. McCoy, they are willing to give the ball some air. And you know what? I'll tell you something. Their style of play, Tauranga, I enjoy watching it. It's not just pod after pod and ruck after ruck. They throw the ball wide. Let it breathe.
And that's what I'm saying. This game's been so entertaining. We haven't even gone to the 20th minute yet.
I enjoyed watching Dyer. You see Dyer, what he did? The ball went loose. He recognised immediately it had to be him, and he popped it up and saved the day. That's what Dyer did. Liam Beattie. Big scrum, Tauranga. Excellent scrum from the visitors. Punahihi, bang, big shoulder. Well, there's Sinton seizing on a loose pass. Nice pass by Sinton. Excellent work by Tauranga. Jackson. Sinton summed that up so quickly. He's a brain. Okay, Verster now. Dyer he was weighing up his options. Dyer there going to ground.
Sinton again.
Nice pass out there in front of the big fella Tahuya. There's Lasanga, try scorer, supported by Tahuya. But Gisborne boys have the ball now. They're about to be penalised here. 5-0 at the moment. You can hear sirens in the background. Tell you what, he is an imposing individual, Nikolai Tahuya. The thrill of Riley. Riley striding out. And I saw some wonderful players too, Tobias, in the under-14s, under-15s over here. The face of the future, very bright for the visitors.
Definitely, I mean, don't get me wrong, the under-14s and under-15s, it's always a game to go and watch. When I was coming to watch the first 15 back when I was at school, the 14s and 15s were always probably the best game to go and watch. Heaps of hits.
Just a reminder, Tauranga 59-12 in the under-14s, 43-12 in the under-15s. Second 15, 34-19. Important that you be aware this fixture didn't just involve 2 teams, it involved 8. That's very important, I think, to remember. Great to see here also earlier on, former principal of Gisborne Boys.
Yeah, Andrew Turner.
Andrew Turner, a lovely guy, and he did great good while he was here. Wonderful family, frankly, contribution to Gisborne while they were here. We're going to look for touch here, and Verster's had 1 shot at goal, looking for touch now and finding it there, Riley. Verster, 90 points this season, will be looking obviously to put up 100 in this game if he does. Going to really help Tauranga's cause. Te Huia having a word a moment ago with the new hooker. It's Canterbury. So a key line out, 5 metres out from Gisborne's goal line. Left side line as the attacking team sees it. Excellent throw and good work. This Tauranga, well, no, the throw hit the man, hit the mark, but not straight.
Unfortunate.
Well, you know, we do have that sou'easter. Gisborne kicked off. There are some broad shoulders out there. And I tell you what, this blindside flanker, this tough guy, Luke Mitchell, he's a fantastic player too, so strong. Seeing him get around the park, he's very mobile. Sinton with some class touches. It's the little things he does. Liam Beattie. Pressure is on the Gisborne scrum, but they have the ball. At the moment they have it, they've been put under pressure, Matt Smith. Some guys lick their chops, they relish pressure. Others shrink from it. Gisborne Boys and Tauranga. Tauranga were one of Gisborne's toughest opponent in their period of 7 years where they never lost an inter-school game here at the Rectory ground. Tauranga came here and they were as tough as anybody. Those were the days, Tobias.
Also good to see Gisborne Boys High School's head prefect, Ned Clark, here. Also good to see boys from Boys High coming to support the brothers.
Good quality people. Okay, penalty now. Tauranga Boys College, Gisborne Boys. Accused there by referee Smith of pulling the scrum down. Sinton. Verster for touch. Tauranga Boys College play an exciting, entertaining brand of rugby. Gisborne Boys, though, I've got to say it, Tobias, in terms of unstructured play, ad-lib, wing and a prayer. Nobody beats Gisborne. They do wing and a prayer better than anybody.
Oh, set on the ground.
Well, you know, Gisborne have had great service from their second row this season. Tana Bristow and Storm de Terre. They've had a great year. You see blindside flanker Becco Page, a good teammate over there to check on his man, Matt Smith. Peering curiously at the scene. And the Rectory is a pretty picture. This is the only game that's been played on this ground today. Earlier, we had the under-14s at School Park, the second 15 and the under-15s on Rectory ground number 2. And number 2 is a good ground. Anyway, Rectory number 1 to play here is a privilege. Some of the great moments of first 15 rugby have taken place right here. I mean, the people that have played here, James Kerr, 35 tries in a season. Victor Simpson, 39 tries, I think. Nigel Shanks way back when, 40-odd tries. Tauranga's line out is working well. It's a marvel of efficiency. Held by hooker Canterbury. Canterbury getting close.
That's
and
another
scores.
try.
Okay, so that's an excellent try. Well taken by Greg Canterbury. The build-up was excellent. They were always under control. They're strong at the scrum. They're strong at the line-out. Tobias, real method there to their madness.
Definitely been educated from that scrum. The big boys, they've got a big push. And Canterbury, he knew exactly what he was doing. He faked them out. He had the ball on the backside and he had his boys. His boys had his back. Good try for Tauranga.
It's easy to admire back play, but sometimes the long hours forward spend mastering a line out, the hours and the effort to getting your body position right in a scrum and a ruck and a maul. You know, there's an art to being a forward. And those guys, they are very young players, but they are very good as well. Verster taking one shot at the left post. So obviously got to adjust here, Tobias, and aim more to the right. Obviously, if it hit the left before, he got to aim right. Obviously.
Kick to come.
Verster, yes, he's done it. Verster, the thinking man's player, a little more to the right and converts. So 12 points to 0. Verster there with the easy lope of a natural athlete. So at halfway, Gisborne prepare to restart. 12-0 at the moment. 2 tries, 1 conversion, Tauranga.
What do Gisborne Boys have to do to get into this?
Well, scrum-wise, just a matter of getting as low as they can. You know, getting butt on a level with shoulders. Timing is important as well. Sinton there with a long pass. Boot to ball there, Riley.
Nice take, Tauranga Leach Waihi.
Okay, in good position there, Tauranga Leach Waihi, forcing Verster across the ground. Verster has the ball, claimed the mark. So good positional play by Tauranga Leach Waihi, and good positional play from Verster. Sharp cookie.
Line out to come for Tauranga Boys.
Okay, round about 10 metres out from halfway. Throw to come Tyrone Mohini. Gisborne Boys have good line-out ball, so they do well in that area. Punahihi back to that 10-metre mark over halfway. Liam Beattie with a nice... Ludwig there with a shoulder, with a battering ram. Okay, nice pop pass. Yeah, that was... Okay, Beattie away again. Gisborne Boys ball goes loose. Quaden Chaffey Cora. Okay, and just while we have a moment here to talk about this wonderful Super 8 rugby here on Whakata Māori, values that are represented, activity, teamwork, sense of fun, enjoyment, but also there's a community of concern. Matt Smith over there to investigate, and Gisborne Boys Punahihi. It's at this time here, Tobias, that you want the sensible people speaking the most. It can't be an all-out democracy. It has to be 2 or 3 people that know what needs to happen, and they need to be talking.
Definitely, one of them definitely needs to be the captain, because at the end of the day, his word comes first, and it's the last.
Hearing some good stuff there a moment ago. Tana Bristow, he's every right to a voice. He's played magnificently, you know. At kick-off, he's very solid. And this is a break in play. Probably gives Gisborne a chance to regroup a little bit. The injured player, the player that was down, was Isameli Vono. Ever since that first game this season against Mount Maunganui, he's shown wholehearted commitment, loves that jersey, as they all do, plays his heart out in it. Jersey means the world to Tobias. It's more than a piece of cloth. It's what it represents.
It's not just the jersey, you're right, Ben. It's memories as well, because you're going to be looking at it in 20 years' time, like, I played for the first 15.
Those that got one, I don't know what that feels like. Okay, here's Petty, away to the left. Timwaki Stewart, he's played well. He lost the ball forward. Ruled on there by referee Smith. No, I think that was a fair call. Some of the guys over there taking the scene in. Old boys. Been there and done that. I saw Simon Lawler, I think, earlier. Member of our 1994 World Cup winning team. Mark Jefferson is coaching the under-15s.
Mark Jeffo.
He was the fullback of that world champion team. Quite possibly, if not probably, best 15 ever. And here is Sinton. Tauranga scrum. Zinawera over to Sinton. Now from depth here, Tauranga Boys College, lovely pass. Up is Riley. Riley, nice pass.
What a hit.
Okay,
And Tauranga leads Waihi.
Gisborne Boys High School.
Leads Waihi.
Tauranga leads Waihi.
Oh, lucky.
Caught in the corner, tremendous try-saving tackle. Zeke Jackson. Jackson getting across to Tauranga leads Waihi.
Talk about that tackle from Waihi, though.
Well, great tackles from both, by players from both teams. Jackson got across a measure of his heart. Kaurangi Leach Waihi. As I said, nobody does ad-lib like Gisborne. Okay, nice win there by Dyer. Tauranga now going to run from their own.
What a tackle.
Seeing some really good rugby here, a turnover. And Gisborne won a turnover here. Trying to march over the top of the ball.
That ball back.
Do they have it? Do Tauranga have it? Gisborne have it. They tap, go, got a penalty. Oh,
yeah, nah.
break the ball away there. And you can see that was, I think, Tomasi Matalele cocking it back. He never threw it. Well, there's Punahihi getting guys back on side, pulling players back. Now, I think that's a very good move from the Gisborne captain. But you can't go over to these guys and say, excuse me, I really don't like what you did. You've just got to grab them by a handful of jersey and pull them out of there, which is what he did. No good saying those are not our values. You've got to grab a hold of them, pull them back. Matt Smith taking an update. What is the update?
Gotta love to be having monitor though. You
Oh.
can see everything.
Tell you what, you see the cocked wrist, but it didn't go. It didn't go. It didn't happen. All the fun of the fair here at the Rectory, Matt Smith. This is taking a little while. Okay, Matt Smith wants a word. Wearing a frown. Punahihi, Charlie Sinton. Over there, a word to there, Liam Beattie. Well, Beattie was getting ready to run and take off. I mean, he was just ready to play rugby. He tapped the ball, was about to run. Helps in this situation to keep a cool head and a sense of humour. And you've also got to look suitably contrite. Penalty there, Tauranga. Arm turned around. Gisborne had a penalty, been turned around.
I thought that Boys High had the advantage as well.
Well, they did.
They did, eh?
And what happens is guys come in, have their tuppence worth, and it turns around. Joel Pearce always wears that neutral expression. 12-0. Okay, Canterbury hits his jumpers, Sinton gets it away. Lovely pass to Driver earlier on. And Jackson, what a tremendous try-saving tackle by Jackson earlier. Okay, Gisborne Boys succeed in holding Tauranga up. Now that, to buy something I've never seen, they'd begun to rub the tops of each other's heads before the whistle had been blown.
Definitely, but now an awesome sequence from Boys in Tauranga.
Punahihi. Puna. He and Charlie Sinton. Okay, well, I never saw his arm go up for a penalty. Moment 12-0. Last year, I make the point to you again, last year at Nicholson Field, it was 10-all at half-time, ended up being 48-10. Got to stay close to the opposition.
Another penalty.
Yes, a few penalties have gone against the Gisborne side. Tauranga, though, haven't found time. Hooking the pass back in field. Ludwig there and does well to tidy up for Gisborne. Leaning up there for Gisborne was Ludwig. That's Tavaki.
Tavaki, mano!
Surging forward, excellent run by Tavaki. Did really well there on that, what they call a carry these days. Quaden Chapiakora, who's stronger than you might think. And very strong, actually, breaking 3 tackles on that occasion. Gisborne Boys delving deep for the ball.
Oh, unlucky.
Lost the ball forward. They'd be annoyed. Really annoyed. Okay, they've got the ball now. Is that big Dyer? Dyer the lock.
And it's been turned over again by boys.
Well, there are a lot of turnovers here. Referees allowing them to play rugby. What's happening, guys are just losing control of the ball. Both teams.
Mano again.
Mano Tabaki. Probably get a little bit lower in truth. Does well enough.
Ponahihi.
Ponahihi. Strongly there into contact and saw there a moment ago McCoy getting over him. Gisborne Boys running one off at Tauranga. Liambidi has it. We're going to get a whistle here or not? Okay, there it is. Foul whistle from referee Smith.
Oh, there's another one that's gone down.
Chapiakora, I think, looking up incredulously. A look of incredulity etched on his face. At the moment, 12 points to 0. Matt Smith. Is there something wrong with his earpiece? Always fiddling with it. At the moment, 12-0. Wow, Tavaki. Flat on his back. Spread eagle there, Tavaki. Tell you what, you take a lot of knocks in this modern rugby, Tobias. No doubt about that.
Tavaki's playing the game of his season.
Bumps and bangs. And of course, later on this afternoon, Civil Project Solutions Poverty Bay, the Weka against Eastern Bay of Plenty. That's going to be physicality at the Gisborne Oval. Hillbilly heaven. At the moment, 12-0.
And then we've got also Poverty Bay under-20s versus Horo Whenua Kapiti under-20s.
Yes, they do. Now, there's no ladies' game in the Oval, unfortunately. That was cancelled for reasons of numbers. 12-0. Seen 2 excellent tries already. Try to Lasanga and also a try to Hooker Canterbury, who has come in today for a top performer in Sinkinson, scored a try, and he's played really well for Tauranga Boys College. Not easy to step in for a guy as good as Sinkinson, hold it together. Pleasant day here at the Rectory now. Crowd, I'd say, of 1,200.
It's not as cold as it was when I got here.
Oh, there's Driver. Driver is a lightweight. Certainly comes at pace. Here's the big guy, the tight end prop. That's a Kopita.
Nice takedown.
Good play from the scrum anchor. Sinton away to the right. Lovely passer of the ball. Excellent passer of the ball.
Knocked on.
Sinton. An impressive player. Driver close to the ruck. I might have thought would be more use wider out. Tell you what though, these back row forwards for Tauranga have worked hard. Mitchell, McCoy, Zinyawera, as against them Page, Mackay, Tabaki. Tabaki is a guy that can break a tackle and he can hold on to the ball. You know what I mean? He doesn't turn the ball over all that often. He is strong.
So strong.
Gisborne Boys scrum. Tauranga, big scrum from the visitors. Gisborne Boys okay, a tight head there. Now I heard another whistle here. Scrum is turning. From time to time I've been surprised because it did appear that a team is pushed over for a tight end and then were called back. hear the big engines revving up. Bikies here on Stanley Road, heading past Gisborne Boys. Stopping to take in the rugby. Liam Beattie. Liam feeds a scrum. Stable now, good platform. Okay, Beattie.
It's going to be a penalty, Tauranga.
Okay, it's certainly turned into feed, Tauranga. Seeing here a great battle. Those people who take in the game from a purely rugby league background, whatever it may be, may think that the scrum is a pain and we can do without it. The scrum is a very important contest in rugby, and it's one of the things that defines its character. It's a competitive situation. Sinton, Zinyawera could come off the back, but to date, more often, Sinton is running past. Okay, Zinyawera has it now. He does decide to come off the back. He accelerates there, impressive by Zinyawera. Got to the 22, Sinton there, out in front of Verster. Verster holds on to it, Verster. And a couple of guys outside of Tauranga want the ball, excellent setup. Sinton sends them right. Okay, good ball away there a moment ago from McCoy. Here's hooker Canterbury. Canterbury a try scorer.
If I was Tauranga, I would have given it out.
Well, they have had a couple of opportunities. Gisborne Boys here under advantage. Gisborne Boys pinned deep in the
penalty from Gisborne Boys.
I love the way his arm swings up there, referee Smith, emphatically. Impala Waipara. One of the real finds, I think, this season, Impala. You should be very happy with this season. Tyrone Mohini scored a memorable try against St. Patrick's College Silverstream here. That was a magnificent game, won by Stream 20-18. You'd have to call it a come from behind win. And these two, Kelly Lasanga, try scorer, and Zeke Jackson, the stopper, saved a try. His great tackle on Kaurangi Leach Waihi. None who saw it will ever forget it. Jackson made the tackle over there in Kerr's corner.
Just speaking about that whole motion from Leach getting the ball to that try-saving tackle from Tauranga, awesome 2 minutes. That 2 minutes is probably the best part of the game so far.
That was some outstanding rugby. Gisborne Boys off a turnover, counter-attack, and Tauranga Boys. That's a that line out there, that was seriously cranky, that line out. Gisborne Boys have the ball, Punahihi. Good tackles in Uwera. He stood his ground and refused to budge. Gisborne Boys, Uwera up there again. Coming well back. Running around about 6 out from halfway now. Liam Beattie, whatever you're going to do, you got to do it quickly. Maybe they've got to speed the game up, Tobias. What do you think? Do they need to slow down and take stock? Or do they need to shoot the six guns a little?
Well, I'm actually quite liking how the game's being played right now. The momentum between both teams, it's fine. It's not a slow game. It's not a fast-paced game. It's right in the middle.
Well, a fine touch. Or what they'd almost call the Ben O'Brien left side of the rectory these days. Well, 12-0, 2 tries, 1 conversion. Round about 3 out from halfway, Mohini throws the ball in. Okay, 1 against the throw. Sinton has it. Here's Lasanga, try scorer. Scored the first try of the day. Manu Tavaki lined him up. Sinton there, another good pass. Driver. There's Jackson. Hard man, Jackson. Strong guy, Jackson, running hard. Okay, now it slows down a little. Nikolai Tuuya, see the way it's sort of... It's almost
sent Impala away.
It's almost like time stood still. Okay, Sinton again going to the left. Okay, it's up over the head of one of the forwards. That was a loose ball situation. Now Lasanga, a couple of guys to beat Lasanga. Oh, there he is! That's Tahuya!
What a hit from Tahuya.
Herbie goes bananas down the sideline. Tahuya, I love it. And Dyer again! Dyer leaning into the opposition. Casts a long shadow. Lost forward. Tight end prop forward, Kupita. I tell you what a sequence of big guys. Tahuya, then Dyer, then Kupita. Tell you what, Tobias, you think of big guys, you got to be going with Tahuya, and Dyer, and then Kupita.
Tahuya on the wing, that is dangerous. That is dangerous, man.
Tell you what, you look up somebody like Nikolai Tahuya, it's like the breaking of the world, I'm telling you. Big, strong guy, Franco Ludwig. Almost dazed there. I tell you, this guy's impressed me today, Canterbury. I think he's played really well. And his throwing into the line out's been very good. It's been spot on. Now, like everybody else, he's got to take 5. Dylan Henderson, he's received very few opportunities, and this is the first time. Some of the guys you can expect to see out there. Aiden Spratley could get out there. He scored 3 tries in the Super 8 to date this season. You've got to stay warm, got to stay loose there. I thought that was very clever, actually, that by Canterbury. You don't want to pull a hamstring. Got to stay loose. Look at that, Tahuya pitching himself up, ready for action. He's at 2 in the line out now. Tall guy 2, the prop. Another whistle. Everything is not so. It's got to be just so. Canterbury, though, is a quality backup, quality to Sinkinson. Done well. Okay. Line out ball again. Sinton there. What happened there? That was Tomasi Mataele. I've been trained, Tobias, to only watch the ball. Tobias, tell us what happened there. I watched the ball only.
Yeah, all I saw he was trying to tackle the bro with the ball, and unfortunately, that's not his fault, but penalty.
Put that down to the speed of the ball through the hands from Tauranga. And it's Tyrone Mohini got a reassuring pat on the back from referee Smith. And life goes on.
Let's go, boys. North, eh?
Assistant referee Pierce trots down the sideline. That Tahuya stopping him close to the line, Tobias, would not be an easy thing to do. Be one of the 12 tasks. Okay, that's Canterbury again. Great throw. Sinton away there to Verster. Oh, Jackson! Hit hard, but he loves it.
Boys High.
Hit hard, but he loves it. Okay, Sinton got it away there. See that pass there from Kupita? See that no-look pass? Here's Henderson. Henderson, a great finisher, who, as I said, has just received very few opportunities.
Wow, that is the first half to a close.
Okay, that's half time here. 12 points to 0. Gisborne Boys, they're trailing by 12. 2 tries in the first half. Lasanga and Canterbury. Here on Whakata Māori.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times. It's a real privilege, but for us, we want to see others get involved with it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Global warming is incredibly serious. We need to cut emissions, but we need to also absorb carbon out of the atmosphere. Growing trees is the only tool we have in the toolbox for taking carbon out of the atmosphere that we can do at scale. Pinus radiata takes carbon out of the atmosphere at about 5 to 10 times the rate of native planting. And so what New Zealand Carbon Farming are doing is planting the Pinus radiata to absorb the carbon, and then they're transitioning that forest into native forest so that we get the biodiversity benefit.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this isn't about what we wore back in the day.
We're going to go now. Going once, going twice. No more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Morena, beautiful people.
Look at me. Look at her.
Whoa. Too much.
Sounds ominous. Keep our kaumatua cool.
Oh, you went all the way to the KKK, eh?
Yeah.
Hurry up!
Okay. Make Māori Plus your mate. Download the app today.
Hey, we are back with the second half. What a first half, Ben. First awesome half.
Well, it certainly was. Here on Whakata Māori, we've seen some young guys today excel, not just in attack, a couple of tries in the first half, but also in defence. Zeke Jackson, magnificent try-saving tackle on Kaurangi Leach Waihi. Gisborne Boys recovering to make some tremendous tackles as well. Saw Becco Page make a couple of big ones. Esameli Bono was hurt, went down, got up, soldiered on. They're showing a lot of heart out there, the players from these teams. The truth is, Tobias, it's been a long season. Super 8 rugby, some of the toughest rugby around, and they're still out there. They've got one more game after this to go, both these teams. They're giving every game they play everything, and that's no rest patches.
Definitely, Ben. And the Tonga have been karawi today. All the positions been awesome holding all the positions back. You see Liam Beattie, he's coming in. He's not afraid of all those big men. Like as we're saying, Tahuia, him on the wing, dangerous. Canterbury, you don't want him to get the ball because he's straight down. Who else was number 11?
Yeah,
He's got pace, man. He's got skill. You don't want to catch him one-on-one because he will get past you.
Tell you what, Henderson looked frisky earlier on. He hasn't received a lot of ball. He's hardly had any ball, Henderson. And he decided, you know what, I'm going to take my chance. And he rocked and rolled down the sideline. He just about made the corner. Out there, Aidan Cooker with his team. Big guy does a tremendous job. The skill level that it takes, we talk about the players. Hang on a second. The skill level it takes as a coach to teach these guys something about rugby.
Definitely.
To tell them something that they don't already know. You've got to know what you're talking about. And you know if you've got the room, look at those guys. They're paying attention.
They're locked in, Ben. Yeah. They're locked in.
Well, it's 12-0 at the moment. And we have seen some incredible games here over the years. I mean, 26-25. Gisborne won that in 2014. The following year, 26-21. That was at Nicholson in 2016 here, I think, from memory. Tauranga 22-20. 20-12, or 2012, 20-18. These games have tended to be close, and the best of them have been close. One or two runaways. 2021, it was a 54-0 to Tauranga at Nicholson Field. Big guy, Tomasi Mataele, loose head prop for Gisborne. Verster out there with the ball now. Verster with one brilliant kick at goal, the second conversion. Conversion of the second try scored by Canterbury. Been a privilege to see that performance to date. Tobias, Gisborne, what's their mission?
Well, you can... It's sort of hard because it looks like they've changed their... What's the word? They've changed their...
Configuration?
That's what it is. Change the configuration on how they want to look on the field. So how they were at the start, they were all out. Now you've got the ones that they were up right behind the halfway line, they were a bit bunched in, and the rest of everyone out at the back was out. I think, oh what a catch, I think Boys High, they're locked in, they want to get some points on the board now, early.
Riley there with a very good kick, great kick there by Riley. Aaron Riley. And now, this is a driver who impressed early on. Now back to Riley. Riley, the fullback, the tall fullback with that big step. Oh, the pass! Well, that was like a basketball pass. That was like a lob pass.
And that just shows when you're talking about the skill level from the coach to the players. You gotta realise that some of that is coming from them as well, eh?
Oh, I tell you what, here on Whakata Māori, we love the kids expressing themselves and showing their skills. I tell you what, if you threw a pass like that in the 1980s, or you threw a pass like that in the 1970s, your coach would have your guts for garters. I'm telling you. You pass it like this, swing pass. Right. Mind you, I must admit, I don't really know what Riley was trying to do with that last one, but you've got to have a sense of humour. Now, Beattie there, taking it all in from referee Smith.
Number Iwa to put in for Nonoki.
You know what I think happened there, to be honest? If that pass was going to have to be flatter than flat, and there's no way to do that. Bar what you saw. Liam Beattie spinning that ball in his hands like the gambler.
Kakadi to come for Turangatani.
Okay, that's what a powerhouse scrum from the visitors.
Iwa!
Quick heel, that's what they needed. Yes, Timawaki Stewart came looking for work. Timawaki Stewart's powerful, he can do that, but they've turned the ball over and Tauranga have it. Driver, I think. Driver did well there to get to ground. Here now, Sinton. Was that Verster? Okay, I heard a whistle there, a big whistle. Whistle there in favour of Gisborne Boys at the moment, 12.
Awesome from Vico.
Tell you what, you want to think about this. Gisborne Boys, with obviously a much smaller player base, how much heart and guts have they shown? The scoreboard reads 12-0.
Oh, definitely, but they've shown a lot of gut. They're showing heart, mana, all the values of Gisborne Boys High School. Tōhinga kore, tō mate kore. You can see it on the score. It's 12-0. The boys are still in it.
If you weren't brave, if you weren't committed against this Tauranga crowd, they would have put up 60 points by now.
And it just shows that boys are comfortable playing at home. Courage knows no defeat for them.
Well, you better have some, that's for sure. Here comes the throw from Mohini. Go to Becco Page. Where is Bristow? Okay. It is going to be Becco, I think. No, he pops forward. But still, Tauranga have won it. Okay, Gisborne Boys there with the short arm. Referee Smith. One of the few times I can remember in the game that they've been awarded a penalty in this at this end of the ground. Tomasi Mataele. Okay, they go to him. The big guy wanted the ball.
Malossi.
Good stuff. Okay, powerful stuff. Is that Tavaki?
I think that was Manu again.
Okay, he's made a lot of runs here. Gisborne Boys there, good defensive technique from Tauranga in the tackle. Gisborne Boys still have the ball, trying hard. That was Impala Waipara, the centre proper, outside centre. Gisborne Boys Wonder if that was Becco Page. Gisborne Boys again. Looking left.
Molossi again.
Okay, good strong stuff here from the Gisborne forwards.
Beatty to Bristow.
Okay, now to Quaden Shafi-Kora. Ball in two hands. You know what you can do, then you can pass both ways.
Tamaki still with the ball now.
You give away the fin, but you can pass both ways. Gisborne Boys persistent here, tenacious. And Ludwig there, the ball. Okay, penalty here.
Penalty boys.
He's advanced them forward 5 metres. Watch this space. This is Malosi Ruafalialo. He's played well.
Oh.
Okay, a little bit of blood on the mouth. Liam Beattie. We have seen these guys work hard today. Tauranga knew that they were going to get a tough game. Irrespective of the score, they knew it was going to be a physical game. Franco Ludwig has played a good game too. Penalty here. Which popper do they go to? Gisborne Boys have it. Do they go to Ludwig? Okay. Gisborne Boys driving hard here. They're short of the line. Held up.
Unlucky.
Held up over the line. Good solid stuff from Tauranga. That's Driver. That's Verster. Verster is the man you want to have the ball. It is also quite a shallow, it's quite a narrow in goal at that end. Seems to be a little bigger at the rectory end. Fine touch. Man, I can hear Dwayne Healy over there. With passion. I must admit, Tobias, I love the passion of these coaches. They're positive, they support their players, they're very actively involved. But thank goodness we don't have those silent sidelines from a few years ago. That would never work here.
No, definitely been. It's awesome that the coach is getting into it as well. Debo's always been like that. He's
loves
what
it.
Is he? Yeah, he loves his rugby, and he loves bringing all of his players
passion.
up.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Gisborne Boys.
Oh, Malachi.
Good stuff there from Tia. Here's Tavaki, I think, got to ground there. Liam Beattie wants the ball, wants it now. Okay,
Chaffey-Kora.
With some depth there. Chaffey-Kora trying to make some space. Lost the ball. Well, didn't lose the ball. Held on to the ball. Juggled the ball. Beattie there with a flat one. Franco Ludwig. Got to hit the ball and move it. A little slow at the moment. Just got to get there quickly. Punahihi. Man, he's bulky, Puna. Punahihi, strong stuff. Nice hands there from Storm de Tier. Hardest working forward of the lot, I tell you that. Here now is Tavaki again. There into Becco Page. Nice pass. Tavaki got it back. Tavaki. Oh, so close. And there, I think, is Becco Page. Does he get
That's
there?
a try for Boys High.
Okay. So Gisborne Boys have got to try here. A magnificent effort again. A magnificent effort from their forwards who have worked incredibly hard. Might have been Mackay. Oh, that's fantastic.
Awesome first try for Boys. Really deserved that try.
Heart and soul in that try from Gisborne Boys. And I tell you what, that black and red uniform, their hearts are in the trim. Tell you that for nothing. Is this Impala Waipuna? Impala. Look at the big grin on Impala. Before it was a furtive glance, and now there's a smile. 12-5. I tell you what, any try to score against Tauranga is a try to be treasured. They are the best team in the Super 8, and that's the end of it. Well, at the moment they are. Gisborne Boys try to make history, trying to turn first 15 rugby upside down. 12-5. 12-7 would have a different ring to it. Impala wipe it up. No, it's wide.
Unlucky.
Impala wipe it up with a sheepish grin. And at the moment, 12-5. Tobias, I know you don't have any arms on your seat to hold on to your seat, but there could be a big finish here.
There could be a big finish.
Where's Verster? Very clever player, Verster, not to be underestimated. Goes long. Gisborne Boys have the ball now, some confidence. Punahihi like a wild thing to ground there. Good tackle on him by Dyer, I thought. And Gisborne Boys now kicking
nice
for space
kick.
Intelligently.
Lovely kick.
They're now playing with recognisable pattern. Verster there, back to Royce Maynard. I tell you what, to a shout out to Tom Nuku, who refereed the under-14s this morning. Joel Pearce had the 15s, and Les Thomas. Can't thank them enough for their service. Every Saturday. Okay, and Tauranga have it. That's Sinton getting it away to Driver. New bodies on the ground. So Aidan Roy in the 19.
Oh, lucky.
One thing that Gisborne Boys are going to have to do, Tobias, they get across the goal line. Tauranga are almost certainly going to kick their goals.
Yep.
Here's Beatty now going long. Quaden Chappie, Cora Punahi, nice.
Mano Tavaki again.
Yep, came back on the angle there. Gisborne Boys continuing to run and rage hard. No shortage of courage. Litres of courage. Courage is red. Gisborne Boys over the halfway line. The blue and whites of Tauranga Boys College. Okay, that's a tough pass. Gisborne Boys have turned it over. Sinton gives chase.
It's going to be a penalty to Boys as well.
From their point of view, it was most fortunate.
James Hamblin getting ready.
Yeah, well, Hamblin when he gets on.
Hamblin when he's on.
He scored an incredible try here. One that you're not going to forget in a hurry, Hamblin. You don't forget your games as a first 15 player. The places that you go to, the teams that you play, they're memories. Some guys don't carry on with rugby after they finish high school. Some do. It would be great to see them all stay in the game. At whatever level, to stay in the game. For love of the game. And also for that, that connection to community. Okay, that's a wonky old lineup.
And Molossi.
Gisborne Boys have it.
Molossi was still on his feet.
Okay, Gisborne Boys, that didn't go
Tana Bristow again.
Bristow has played well here today. He and Napier both. Second row, you don't see a lot of them. They're often buried in the tight. Gisborne Boys really pushing here now. In general play, it's been tough at this run. Hamlin there with a lolly. Got it over to Ludwig. Quaden Chappie, Cora.
And Pala! Leach Waihi! Leach Waihi!
Ahurangi Leach Waihi!
Waihi's like 12-10.
Has scored one of the all-time great Gisborne tries.
What a try from Kaurangi Leach Waihi.
Kaurangi Leach Waihi, who was denied a brilliant tackle by Jackson in the first half. But he wasn't just in, and Gisborne there with 2 tries against the might, the raw might of Tauranga. What a magnificent game of rugby, I love it. Wow!
And this is the rugby that I love, Ben. Not one-sided, you don't want a game that's fast-paced, don't want a game that's slow-paced, you want a game that's like straight down the middle. It's close, and it's close. It's 12 points to 10.
I tell you what, the thrill you get seeing these guys, it was the same for me when I saw James Kerr score in the corner. It was the same when you saw Jose Gears score in the corner, and the same when you saw Rico glide between opposition players as if they weren't there. It's the same thrill. It's the same uniform. At the moment, 12 to 10. This to equalise.
Oh, unlucky.
Okay, it was the big ask from a long way back. 12-10.
2-point game.
Oh, boy. And I tell you what, we talk about that score of 12-10. That was Gisborne's score against Rotorua at Rotorua. In the last year of Chris Grinter as principal of Rotorua Boys. It was a tough game against Gisborne. Tell you what, Tobias, my headset was slipping. It was pulling at my chins. Gisborne Boys running now. They're full of running. It's Sameli Bono. Wait for support. And Gisborne Boys wanting the ball. Okay, going right side. Punahihi. Franco Ludwig. Gisborne Boys having a crack now. Nice pass.
Tavaki.
Tavaki to ground. Gisborne Boys desperate to get the ball back. Hamblin has it. Hamblin at depth. Gisborne Boys at depth. They chip. They chase. They might get the bounce. Oh, Verster.
Oh, unlucky.
The brilliance there of Mason Verster. His positional play. Ball now takes a high bounce. Gets away from Impala Waipara. Will he kick? Impala Waipara kicks for space. Impala
What
Waipara.
a kick! What a kick from Impala!
It was wonderful. What a kick there by Impala.
Awesome kick from Impala.
You know, when you kick a ball like that, Tobias, your heart's in your mouth. You're like, oh, not too far. You're just praying. 12-10, what a scoreline.
That looked like a 50-22.
That was, tell you what, edge of your seat stuff here at the Rectory. Dyer again. Dyer's been magnificent at the line out for Tauranga.
And then Boys High, they're not going to drop yet.
No. Well, no, I think this has been a game which, you know, if you wanted a game to define your season, it'd be this one. It's Sameli Vono letting the ball bounce, and sometimes you don't want to do that. Here's Kaurangi Lichwaihi with a big boot.
Big boot.
Okay, we've got reserves out there. Ivan Ward out there, I think, in 21. Okay, that's a high pass, a tough one. I thought if that's Lasanga, he did really well to drag it in, to be honest. Lasanga try-scorer did well to drag that in. And there's Dyer. Dyer has had surely one of his greatest ever games in the blue shirt. I'm prepared to lay a bet. Okay, Tauranga
on the run now. As Impala.
Riley. They kick, they chase. They kick, they chase. Tauranga here. And the try, if it's awarded, will go to Henderson. And if it's awarded to Henderson, that's his 4th try in the Super 8 this year. And that makes the score 17 points to 10. Henderson has had so few opportunities that when he's gotten one, he's done exactly what he should. You know, he's not going to remember this game because he featured in a lot of play, but for what he did when he got the chance. Did really well there, Henderson.
What an awesome try from Tauranga.
17 points to 10.
It's going to be interesting to see how Boys High come back from this.
Caleb Nelson out there with a drink bottle. Verster. Tell you what, he does a lot for Tauranga, Verster. He reads play, makes good passes, kicks goals. 92 points for the season. This for 94. 17 points to 10. And that scoreboard reads fairly. In the second half, Gisborne Boys with renewed vigour came at Tauranga Boys College, who have beaten most of their other Super 8 opposition by handsome scores. Here now is one of the finest young first fives in the country. Here now is Mason Verster. And Verster there with a brilliant kick.
What a kick.
19 points to 10. He is a class act, Verster. I saw Johnny Versteinen of Rotorua at the same age. I saw Jimmy Gopeth. This guy has got what they had.
Tauranga, te kaumaiwa, tūrangatani, te kau.
19 to 10. Referee Matt Smith in that foot race there too. Dylan Henderson made sure of the grounding. Samali Vonor, it's a good short kick. Okay, that's the big fella, Tahuya. Tahuya has been a powerhouse at the scrum. He's been good in general play. Nikolai Tahuya has come here today and thrown it around, and he's been very effective. Burst in there with a stab kick. Chases on. Oh, brilliant bounce.
What
That's
a
driver to Lasanga. Gisborne Boys give chase. That's Tyrone.
Tomasi Mataele, what a try, tackling, save. And that's a penalty for Boys High.
How on earth Tyrone Mohini got back there to make that tackle? It's when your forehead's hot, it's slick with sweat, and it'd be easier just to go down and roll over, and they have refused. They are really today, for the first time, I think, earning an extra measure of respect from the crowd, because they have seen these guys remain competitive throughout the game today rather than clock off and be buried. And just for the last time to run through those scores for you, the under-14s, Tauranga 59, Gisborne 12, Tauranga 14-12 at half-time there. The under-14s, or rather under-15s, 43-12. Tauranga, they were 17-5 leaders, second 15. 12-10 at half-time to Tauranga, 34-19 in the final analysis. This fixture, well supported by both schools. It takes a lot of organising, a lot of billeting, but that's what makes it such a special thing. Okay, Gisborne Boys now going to have to be the next team to score. Player wasn't held, so as a right gets up and runs again. Fair enough. Driver there forward. Is that a forward pass?
Forward pass.
Well, it was certainly picked up by Punahihi. Whether it was forward or not. Okay, Tauranga have it back now. Tahuya. Shoulder to the wheel. Grinding forward. Sinton, long pass, cut out pass. Pass down to Sanga. And the eagle eye of Matt Smith on that forward pass. You know what? I've changed my mind. That pass by driver for Tauranga was not forward, but it was perhaps a tiny bit easy to pick off. Wasn't forward, but a dangerous pass to throw. And Punahihi certainly got up on it. James Hamblin brings a little bit of pluck, some spunk to this thing. He's a gutsy player. I got to be honest, I think that this is one of the best. This has to be one of the best Super 8 games of the year.
Definitely, Ben.
It's next to the game against Hamilton. It's the closest game that Tauranga have had against a winless team that's shown so much heart and courage today. Whoa, bang! Big tackle there, Henderson. Ball goes to Moaki Stewart. Jackson again makes a tackle. He's on the ground. Okay. Okay, that's going to be scrum Gisborne. I think Matt Smith has made some very good decisions today. Is that Canterbury down on one knee? Tell you what, he had a hell of a game, Canterbury, anyway.
You know, Canterbury's played an awesome game today.
This game has been played in good spirit too. Earlier on, there was one moment, one flashpoint, but it came to nothing. Well handled too by referee Smith. Okay, they're there to clear, they can clear. Okay, nice pick up there.
Nice handsome punter.
He had to emerge from the earth. It was a low pass out in front of him. Gisborne Boys have got to make sure of their passes. If they're to get back into this, they're down by 9 points. They're still in the game. It's not impossible. Time has not quite run out, but it is a fact that Tauranga have it. Hamblin makes a tackle. Okay, Tauranga, here's the big guy, Dyer. Dyer needs a pat on the head for his game today. his effort today and that of his locking partner Kenny, second to none. Tauranga chip, chase, lose the ball forward now through the hands. That is the scrappiest passage of the game, but Gisborne Boys might still try and make something out of it. Good tackle there by Canterbury. Bin and everything. Okay, loose ball on the ground. Tauranga have it.
And that's a penalty, Boys High.
Canterbury had it, as nobody can afford to lose control here.
See, the Tauranga, what they can't push and not expect for Boys High to do anything back.
Well, it would be quite nice for Gisborne to not do anything back. Their point of view just at the moment. Okay, that's Henderson. I've enjoyed what I've seen from Henderson. As I said, I haven't had a chance to see much, but what I've seen, he's been very impressive. Some days play just doesn't run your way. Here's Impala, he'll look for touch. Okay. Subs have been welcomed into the game by referee Smith. 19 points to 10. If Tauranga Boys College prevail here, they will host the Super 8 final next week. Gisborne have one game of Super 8 rugby left to play. New Plymouth Boys High School here next weekend. Mohini comes forward to make the throw.
Matieli.
Goes long. Gisborne Boys have a line-out ball. Hamblin has it, gets it up. He with ball on the front foot, making ground. Okay, Hamblin has it. Gets the ball up. It's a tough pass. Some of the passing has become scrappy and a little out of sorts. They need good passes. Okay, Gisborne Boys, one good pass from Hamblin. Push back in possession of the ball.
Trying to Bristow down.
Trying to brace himself here to get a good pass away. Okay, and they've turned it over. Nice play there in good hands by Kupita. Okay, and another good one away a moment ago from Kearney. Tauranga going backwards, having to run back behind players. That's Lasanga. Caught there by Franco Ludwig, driven down. Sinton now runs to the defence. Long pass, moment ago.
And that's gonna
from Ward. And Henderson
in for a double.
A double for Henderson and 24 points to 10. Henderson, Tauranga spreading the ball, building an overlap. And Henderson, everything he has done today has been deadly efficient. He has been extremely good today, Henderson. Some would say it's not easy at all. Verster. 24 points to 10. Gisborne 2 tries. Verster 24 to 10. Last time we had a scoreline similar to this, 2007, 23 to 10 to Tauranga. Verster. 94 points for Verster in the season, the Super 8 season to date. He has played a pivotal role for Tauranga Boys College in their quest to win the Super 8. Okay, Verster. Well, that was very un-Verster-like, I've got to be honest. It's not what I expected. 24 points to 10. Waiting for the wind to kick up, but it didn't kick up quite as much as anticipated. Again, the public has come out today and supported Super 8 rugby, supported these young guys. Rugby is a force for good, and rugby players can behave well. Don't you listen to anything to the contrary. They can play well, they can be good ambassadors, and they can set a good example for their teammates, for their schoolmates. Okay, that's Joel Pearce. I think the crowd there is of the belief that the ball bounced on its point, they think. before it went into touch. Okay, that's Sinton. New Zealand rep that he is. Sinton gets up, goes again. The Tauranga captain, 24-10. Okay, player's gone down. I think the jersey's overhead. That player can't see. Okay, Tauranga here, 24-10. Henderson was it, that's Jackson. Got another good pass away. Zinuera and Lasanga. Lasanga now for 29 points to 10. Lasanga a double. He's got 2 tries today. The wings for Tauranga have scored 2 tries apiece. And it's been excellent passing. The length of pass, the accuracy of pass. Tobias, it's been tough for Gisborne in the second half because they've had to force the odd pass behind.
Definitely been in 2 tries, like how the boys high scored their 2 tries straight off the bat. It's the same. Tauranga have just come on and they've gained their points back. And awesome plays by Tauranga and boys high. Unfortunate that they couldn't get the ball, but unfortunately.
The word to describe Tauranga's play today is slick. They have been very controlled. They have been very accurate. They had to work hard. I think they led 12-0 at halftime from memory. But boy, they have made this second half, certainly the end to it, their own.
Definitely been in, you can just tell. Who was that? Was that Henderson again? Or was that?
No, Lasanga.
Henderson and Lasanga. Oh gosh.
2 tries each.
2 tries each. And then you've got Canterbury as well. And then Verster. It's shaping up to be a good final next week.
Well, that is going to be something. It's going to be held at Tauranga Boys College, I can tell you that. They beat Hamilton in the round robin. 29 points to 10. And how quickly a game can turn. 3 excellent Tauranga tries in succession. And once again, Gisborne Boys, no debate about this. They've definitely kicked the ball out on the full from the restart. Previous occasion, the crowd was calling out to Joel Pearce, AR2. But if the ball had indeed landed on its point, it was very, very close to the sideline and almost right underneath him. Sometimes it's tough, you can't see the wood for the trees. 29 points to 10. Seen 5 excellent tries from Tauranga, 2 from Gisborne today.
Tauranga Tiny should be proud of themselves. They should be really proud of themselves.
Okay, and they've just got a short arm penalty here. Quizzical look from Kapita. And now they've been marched another 10 metres. Is that what's happening here? Okay, they were marched
Don't
another
take
10
the
metres
ball.
for back chat. That's Hamblin.
Don't take the ball away then.
Okay, that's Storm Deter getting a good pass away a moment ago. Gisborne Boys with ball on the front foot. Now they've got to run hard. They've got to support the ball carrier. They have more ball again. Hamblin has it. Gisborne Boys, short passing is pretty good. That's Luke Bidouin. Start of the season vice captain. Scored a try for 30-0 against the Mount. Try against Napier Boys.
It's a penalty.
Captain
Was right.
against Napier and Rotorua. And scored a try against Tauranga last year, Luke Bidouin. We've come such a long way, Tobias. The first game they played against Mount Maunganui, 14 debutants.
Yes.
Big turnover of players.
I'm proud on how the boys have come this season. From the first game to now, you can just tell that they're a brotherhood. They're together. They're binded as one.
Well, it was 32-0 that first game. That was an amazing game. One of the lads from the Mount, his grandfather, I think, from memory, or a granduncle, played for Gisborne Boys a very long time before and had his cap and presented it to Gisborne Boys. Put that out there at halfway. The significance of that and these moments. Players have stepped up today. There's no question about that. Guy Manu Tabaki's had another very good game. Now, Storm de Terra's had a good one. Kaurangi Leach Waihi, 1 try. Would have been 2, but for a marvellous tackle. Wholehearted effort from Jackson. Gisborne Boys find touch, they have the throw. Reminded of the words of King Theoden when he was told, you know, for the big battle in Towers, we can't win, but we'll meet them in battle nonetheless. There might have been 3 actually. Gisborne Boys driving hard here now.
Can they get one on?
Okay, it's a good push. The back is Mohini. They're going back now. It is now a ruck. Gisborne Boys have the ball. It's ruck ball. Hamblin has it. They've got to go now. If they're going to go, they've got to go now. Good strong surge there from Maioha Waru. Started against the mount at centre. Gisborne Boys pushing hard here against Tauranga for all they're worth. Every last little bit of energy. Last full measure of devotion. Gisborne Boys had
get one on?
The push against Tauranga. Trying to get to ground. Okay, they're off the ground. That's Luke Bedwar. If anybody can, he can. That powerful.
Malosi Lua Falil.
Almost inhuman. And Gisborne Boys again once more. There towards the post. It used to be that if you hit the bottom of the post with the ball, it's a try. That rule has changed. The law has changed in that regard. Gisborne Boys another ruck ball. Working like worms. Hamlin there, long one. Good pass.
Impala.
That was Impala Waipara. Gisborne Boys for a try. And what's the decision of referee Smith? Going to tap and go, and I mean go. Gisborne Boys!
And that's a try.
They get across. Will he allow it? Will referee Smith allow it? Okay, they're going to tap and go here. Has the moment come and gone? All hope of valour. Okay, Hamblin has it. Gisborne Boys, nice move. Good play. Okay, Gisborne Boys working hard, working assiduously. Tauranga trying to hold him. Trying to hold him. Can they hold him? Gisborne Boys burrow in the blind.
Hamlin.
Okay, good pass. Gisborne Boys again, a metre from the posts. That is from the right post. They are continuing to come. Have they been rolled or not? Hamblin has it. Hamblin with a good pass there.
Another penalty.
Quaden Shapi-Cora, referee Smith. In Gisborne's way. Gisborne a surge. Hamblin has it. Hamblin might have got there, did he? Hamblin was close.
And that's a try for Boys High.
And Gisborne have got across.
That's Bristow again.
That's some magnificent stuff.
That's a double for him.
You're telling me Tauranga Bristow's got 2? What a legend.
What a game for Tauranga Bristow.
There are some victories that are bittersweet, some losses are bittersweet. This is certainly one that they're going to remember, and they were fiercely determined. 29 points to 15. This for 29 to 17. I can't believe the determination they showed. They would not take no for an answer, and the game ends on that note. 29 points to 17. The Dwayne Hehe coached, Puna Hehe led. Gisborne Boys High School first 15 has gone down here. 29 points to 17, 12 points the margin to unbeaten Super 8 leaders Tauranga Boys College, who will host the final next weekend against Hamilton Boys at Tauranga Boys College. This was a true battle. It was a 12-point win to Tauranga, but to bias. Have you seen what you wanted to see from Gisborne Boys?
Oh, definitely, Ben. Don't get me wrong. I was excited to come. I'm always excited to come watch a Boys High game. But this game, highlight of my season. Boys played with heart, they played with courage, and they played right until the end of that whistle. Boys High, they shouldn't be thinking on themselves or anything because they played an awesome game, and everyone's proud of them. Tauranga, awesome game from them. All the players that you've seen from them, Canterbury, Henderson, Riley, Dyer, Mitchell, all of them. Just awesome rugby from all of them. But yeah, to close us off.
Well, I'll tell you what, Lasanga a couple of tries on the wing. Also, Henderson a couple of tries on the wing. One of the most important aspects of a game like today is the shaking of hands with the opposition, which you're about to take in a moment. Very important part of who we are at Whakata Māori. Punahihi. You know, the battle-worn and weary hihi. Still first to get across, a smile on his face, and to shake hands with Charlie Sinton and the deserving victors here today, Tauranga Boys College. He has become an excellent representative of the school, Punahihi, and he is about to lead his team over to embrace the opposition and friendship, because the relationship between these two schools is a very good and important one, and shaking hands, of course, a big part of that. Tauranga Boys College, come forward. Charlie Sinton. That's heartfelt. True empathy. Tobias.
Nō reira, ko uti wa mātou mahi I tēnei rā. Ki ngā kai whakahaere me ngā kai whakataitoa. Ka haumaru te koutou hokinga, kia koutou kāinga. Tēnā koutou, ngā kai mātakitaki I ngā koutou tohono mai. Noho oro mai.